going to be an all signs reading. This is Sherry from Soul Conscious, and this is going to be the all signs reading that I do once a week called What Do You Need to Know Right Now. It's going to be a general message that's timeless, so whenever you find it, you find it. We're going to run through all the zodiac signs, and just know that if this message doesn't resonate with you, check out my other videos. There might be one, that calls to you. And whenever you find it, there might be something that's meant for you. Feel free to listen to any of the zodiac signs that pertain to you, whether it be your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, whatever you're drawn to, or even, cross watchers, whatever you feel like watching, is fine to go ahead and watch. These messages are for anyone, and there might be something, roles can be reversed, so messages can be reversed depending, because energy, we're all tied together, we're all one. So we're going to go ahead and run through all the zodiac signs, starting with Aries, and see what do we need to know right now. So, and the way I like to do my readings is I like to just pull some cards and do a little, I pull cards to tell a little story and see what story wants to unfold for us. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. Very interesting, because I got some cards that came out in reverse, and I usually have my cards all upright. So for Aries, what I'm really picking up on is I think I'm gonna need my glasses so I can see the cards better. So what I'm really getting here, the story I'm getting is wanting to, almost, it's kind of funny. It's like I'm getting this feeling of you're definitely kind of in this, not like resistantly not moving towards something, but not moving away from it either, completely. There's been something that's been a little bit stressful for you, Aries, and you've been holding back, but it's like, this is so strange. So I have, really this energy of being a little bit guarded, a little bit defensive around a situation. And it's like you want to start something, you have the Fool and the Ace of Wands wanting to start something, from this place of but there's been, this deception. You have things that are hidden in this Seven of Wands moon energy. You have things that are hidden that have been, this is where I feel like you're wanting to sneak, kind of inching up on something, coming up from behind, almost like you're, because you're sneaking up. It's like you're sneaking up on this moon, it's like you're tiptoeing around. That's what I'm really feeling is tiptoeing around a situation that has caused you some heartbreak, some pain. I don't know what this is for you, but I see, you have the Three of Swords, so there's definitely been some pain here. But I see every card, and that's why I said typically my cards are not in reverse. The cards that I have in reverse are all the cards of movement. So it's not wanting to move toward this, but then you have the Fool and the Ace of Wands. So it's you want to, and then I have the Seven of Swords of this kind of sneaky, where they're kind of sneaking up on the moon of what's been hidden, it's almost tiptoeing like around a situation that has been deceptive, that's been hidden, that you don't know about, that's caused you pain, because it's like you're very unsure of what to do in this situation. That's what I'm really picking up on, is you're unsure of what to do in this situation. Like I said, that kind of tiptoeing, not wanting to really, like, almost this walking on eggshells feeling is what I'm picking up. Because you have, like, there's the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, but they're both in reverse. So, and then you have the Six of Swords, which is in reverse as well. Those are all the cards that are in reverse on the table, and are all the cards of movement. And so, like, typically the Six of Swords is wanting to move away from conflict and get into calmer waters, but it's in reverse. So it's like not wanting to go, it's like maybe wanting to sit in that churn of, like I said, kind of like tiptoeing around something, kind of tiptoeing around a situation, because you're not wanting to move toward it, but you're wanting something to change, but you don't know how. I see with this Four of Cups here, I see, I see, that kind of, her sadness on her face of, like, what do I do? It's kind of, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't kind of feeling. And that's what I feel, is you don't know how to take action. Maybe, you want to take action, but you feel like it's going to be, you just don't know how. It's tiptoeing around the situation. That's what I'm really getting, Aries. And which is interesting, because that's usually not Aries energy. Usually Aries will tell you how it is. And Aries they don't usually have a problem just speaking their piece and telling you what's what. But in this situation, I'm really picking up on an Aries that is under some pain, and they're not sure what to say or how to move in this situation. Like, they feel like they're really walking on eggshells around someone. So some advice from the universe. So the advice I have from the universe is the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. So, to me, it looks like, you need to stand in your truth, whatever that truth is for you, Aries. Your happiness, this Nine of Cups, and the stability you want is going to come when you stand up for your truth. You're going to have to just tell it like it is. Be the Aries that you are and tell it like it is. That's what I'm feeling the universe wants to say. So, so that's what I have for Aries. So, really, it's interesting that some of my cards got, and it's only a few cards, it looks like. I even have a card that's flipped there. Very interesting. So the Ace of Swords was flipped over, so it's still that truth, that I didn't pull that out, but it's still that truth. And the only other card that was flipped over, interesting enough, was the Chariot, another card of movement that was in the reverse. So it was like all the cards of movement were all in the reverse of you not wanting to move toward a situation, not wanting to, just really holding back, because I even had, cards of holding back on the table, holding back your tongue almost. Because like I said, usually Aries is really good about saying how they feel. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to Taurus. So see what what the universe has for Taurus, working on manifesting something, Taurus. What does Taurus need to know right now, please, universe? Can you share with us what Taurus needs to know right now, please? Okay. Okay, this is around an important connection. Somebody that's very important to you. I have the Two of Cups, so it's an important connection, possibly a soulmate connection. That you feel something has ended in this relationship. Something has ended. So it looks like to me, you were trying to manifest making it work with this person. Trying to, you were using your wisdom and wanted to move toward this person that you considered, your empress. And it doesn't have to be gender specific, but, somebody that can embody those qualities of the empress, somebody that was important to you. But when you did, or when you tried to manifest, this forward movement, working on manifesting this forward movement, you kind of ended up in a hangman, in the hangman, and it caused you to hold back a little bit. So even though you have that, you have the chariot and this desire to move toward this person, you held back a little bit, got stuck in this hangman energy, and caused yourself a tower. Caused yourself a tower. And so you didn't have this new beginning that you were hoping for. The situation ended because you didn't move forward, like you wanted to manifest this, but it didn't come about. And because I think that, like I said, you kind of held yourself back, kind of got, you went into this, got into this hangman energy, trying to use your wisdom, trying to manifest this situation, trying to work on it, wanting to move toward it for sure. But it ended up, it's like you didn't know, like it didn't come about in the way you wanted it to, and it caused this ending for you. And I don't see it being a bad ending. I see it as, this was something that maybe needed to happen, but we'll go ahead and get some advice. Actually, you know what? No, I want to clarify. I want to clarify this death card because I want to know if this death was something that was necessary or not. Was it, something expected or needed? Oh yeah, it brought about happiness. It was, it was something that needed to happen. This death needed to happen because it allowed more love to come into this situation. And whether that's together or not, I mean, it allowed, you to be a little more discerning about who you give love to, because where you're going to give that love. So when this ending happened with this person, it actually, like I said, it actually made you be a little more discerning about who you were going to give your love to, where your happiness is, and discern who you were going to give your love to, and then move toward that, whether that's this person or not. I mean, that's for you to know. Now we'll go ahead and give some advice. Now, it was bugging me that I needed to clarify that death card more, so we'll get some advice from the universe. So I have the Seven of Pentacles. So again, another, I see that time back to the Eight of Pentacles of wanting to, oh wow, okay, so I see what potentially caused that Tower moment and that ending. So almost that wanting to have a, like wanting to work on things and have that stability, trying to be patient in that matter, trying to manifest this, go into the, Hangman, the Hermit, or not Hermit, sorry, the Hierophant, that kind of using your wisdom to, to gain a new perspective on this. I feel like, it ended up causing pain, because I do see the Tower, and I think, you got up in your head, thought about it, because I saw that holding back, wanting to move forward and have this, like, move forward in this passionate way. You kind of held back a little bit, and it caused an ending, and you got up in your head, which caused yourself some pain around this, which is probably what caused this death. But like I said, that death was a good thing, because it led to you being a little more discerning. That ending was needed, because it helped you understand what you needed to be happy, and how and where to give your love, who to give your love to, who you should move toward with your love, Taurus. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Gemini. And see what Gemini let's see. Gemini, what does the universe need to know? Universe, what does Gemini need to know right now? Oh my goodness. Okay. Start out with a tower, Gemini. I want to say that last week when I did this, you guys started out with a tower, or at least one sign did. I thought it might have been you guys, Gemini. Okay. Some of those same cards came out. They came out for Taurus, some of the same cards, even though I kind of put them around in different spots in the deck. A lot of them came out again for you, Gemini. So, well, it looks like you had a tower moment that kind of put you in this almost like holding back love a little bit. But I see being in this, like you being in this, Gemini, this Queen of Wands, embracing this Queen of Wands energy, this like kind of pretentious, like what I'm really getting off this card is almost a like a player, not necessarily a player energy, but kind of like that, like feisty, but definitely like flirty, feisty, almost don't give a care in the world. So I think, whatever that tower moment was for you made you kind of get in this energy of I don't care, I'm just going to do what I want to do right now and not think about that situation. Because like I have the Queen of Wands and the Fool and the Devil. So it's like I'm really picking up on this, like, and then the Ten of Swords right after the Devil. So, it's almost like it forced you to, you had that tower moment, and whatever that was for you, something happened and it got you in this, I'm just gonna do what I want to do, kind of ignore the situation, just go and have fun, have a good time, and kind of maybe doing a little bit of drinking, partying, because you had this pain you were trying to avoid that was caused by this tower that you were trying to avoid. You were running away from it. I see that with the Chariot. You were running away from this pain. You got the the Ten of Swords with the Chariot. You're running away from this pain and using, potentially, Gemini, using things that are your vices. And everybody has different vices. I mean, it could be shopping, overeating, drinking, whatever, smoke, whatever your vices are. Using your vices to avoid the pain, to not think about it, to avoid it, move away from it. But that you need to work on this situation, not avoid it. Because as we end this reading with the Hierophant, the Hangman, and the Eight of Pentacles. So it's saying you need to work on this situation. You need to use your wisdom to gain a new perspective on the situation. Like, this is not the best energy to be in. And I think that that because you're avoiding it. You're using your vices to ignore the problem when you should be working on it. That Hangman of knowing you should be working, you should be looking at the situation, you should be working on it, or working on trying to resolve it, not ignore it, is what I'm really picking up, Gemini. So now we're going to go ahead and get your advice, Gemini. Too many cards, but I'll take that card. Seven of Wands. The Hierophant. And I'm really getting, to stand your ground, have faith. And I'm not sure what the situation is. I'm feeling this card wants to come out in the Fool, which you have the Fool twice. So I'm really getting that, that before you go out and have this new beginning, that you really need to, you really, because you have not only, you have the Hierophant twice. So it's really, having faith that, you can have the new beginning that you want, that you can get past this pain, you can, to have that faith, that you have, with this Seven of Wands, it's like, it's usually defensive energy, but I almost feel like you're being attacked, and that's why you're trying to move away from the situation. As something was, like you felt like you had to, like you were under fire, so to speak, and you just didn't want to deal with it. You didn't want to deal with facing the situation head on. You didn't want to face it head on. But the universe is saying, you kind of need to. You need to face this, use your wisdom and have faith, and that you can resolve this, and, like, believe in yourself that you can resolve this conflict and have a new beginning in this situation if you choose to, instead of trying to ignore it like you've been doing. Because that is causing you this, to use these vices, and you're using it as, like I said, an avoidance tactic, an avoidance mechanism. And the universe is really wanting you to, I'm really picking up that they're wanting, trying to let you know that you have, that you can stand up for yourself, in this situation. Whatever this is that caused pain, you can get through it. You have to believe in yourself, but you can get through it. That to not keep avoiding it, but stand up for yourself. So that's what I feel like the message is for Gemini. See if we can get these. Those are almost the same cards, just in a slightly different order than what I had for Taurus. So let's go ahead and move on to Cancer. Universe, what does Cancer need to know right now? I've got some options or opportunities, or got that Seven of Cups. What else? What else do you have for Cancer, Universe? What do they need to know right now, please? What does Cancer need to know right now, please? Okay, nurturing something. You have your options. It looks like the wheel is turned, and you're kind of taking stock. Okay. This looks like it's in a relationship. The Two of Cups. Something that you're okay. So I feel like you were sitting in this energy, Cancer, of having options, and you're starting a new cycle, Cancer. I really feel that with this world, like, of starting a new cycle, when you realize you have options. And because you realized you had options, this new beginning, this new cycle, this new cycle is beginning for you, Cancer. And so it's got you looking for, someone is going to be the stable soulmate for you. You're looking at, because you have options, that there's somebody, your soulmate's out there, the person you're looking for is out there, but I do want to, I do see you, with this Queen of Cups having a lot of love to give, being embracing, just, full of love, but I do see a caution here. You are in a little bit of defensive energy, being a little bit guarded, and maybe a little bit too, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a little bit too critical right now of the people that are approaching you. So that's something you need to be cautious of, Cancer, is that, I don't have any cards of pain or hurt, but I'm seeing like the results of that. Like I'm maybe on the backside, like being like that you have been hurt, because there's these cards of defensiveness, of like wanting to approach these options that you have before us from this almost a little bit critical defense, little bit defensive guarded position. So that's just kind of a, be aware not to, that if you do that, you're probably going to have some issues, so, that's something you probably, want to be aware that you might be sitting in that kind of energy. And then I do see you wanting to move towards something, potentially one of these options, or at least have communication with slow movement. So I see you wanting to open the lines of communication with someone. Like I said, somebody maybe that you look at or consider possibly that you feel is in this, that it is this Queen of Pentacles energy, and that Two of Cups, that soulmate energy. I don't see it necessarily being someone from your past. Everything here, everything on the table really indicates a new cycle, a new person, it's new. I'm getting very new, because I get the opportunities. You have the Ace of Pentacles, starting something new from a place of stability, but it's that, also very slow moving. But you have the World, so a new cycle. And then, I see, like I said, everything indicates this is new. This is something new for you. And, but I see this coming in for you. But like I said, the warning is that the universe wants to kind of tell you is be a little bit careful of being in any energy that has you a little like judgy or critical of somebody, like maybe judging them a little bit because you're a little defensive and guarded a little bit, like not giving someone the full benefit of the doubt, not being completely open and receptive to them, like maybe looking for, I feel like almost somebody looking for the red flags, and looking for a reason why there's something wrong with them, instead of just letting things flow the way they need to flow. So that's almost, I'm still going to go ahead and get advice, but I feel like that was the real message that wanted to come through, Cancer, for you. So go ahead and give me 3 cards of advice, please, universe. Can I get 3 cards of advice, please, universe? So I really feel like, to manifest, to make sure that you don't have a missed opportunity, because I have the 4 of Cups, the Magician, and the Hermit. So to really not miss your opportunities, I feel like you need to take a moment to like I said, I really felt that was the important message, is that to be cautious, that you're not judging other people on the sins of the past, like what somebody else has done to you, like looking for those things in other people, and because that's what I'm feeling like you're looking for something wrong in these new opportunities. So be very cautious of that, to use this Hermit energy and make sure that you heal anything from the past, heal the things, transmute that energy, heal it, so that you don't end up with missed opportunities because you've dismissed someone or judged someone that could be what you're looking for. That's what I really feel is the message here, Cancer. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Leave it there. So we go ahead and move on to Leo. Okay. Okay, Leo. Universe, what does Leo need to know right now, please? What does Leo need to know right now? Okay, feeling a little lonely right now. That's what I'm getting, Leo. Feeling a little lonely. Yeah, I'm feeling a little isolated and alone. Definitely defensive. Got your guard up. Not wanting to maybe look at opportunities that are around you. Okay, definitely some combative Leo, I'm not gonna lie, you're sending in some rough energies right here. So I see, you know, any opportunities that are coming your way, you're running away from them. You're trying really hard because you're sitting in this, you're lonely, you're sitting in this pain, like a lot of just, you've got like the Five of Wands, lots of fives, like this almost combative energy of something needs to change, something needs to give kind of energy of, and time has passed. It's like, you know, because you even have the Seven of Wands, which is you know, that kind of almost moral high, I'm getting moral high ground off of that, to a, like, kind of just, I'm gonna sit here in my corner and just let the world go by a little bit, like you're because that's what I'm really feeling, like you're taking, like you're feeling alone, you're definitely feeling lonely right now, you know, and sitting in like a little bit, almost of a little bit of depression, like, you know, like you're almost battling with yourself is what I'm feeling, like almost like you're trying to give yourself a pep talk, Leo, but any opportunities that are coming your way are new beginnings. It's like you're running away. You're not wanting to move toward them. You're wanting to move away from those, but you're using your intuition. You're using your intuition, the High Priestess, with the Moon, trying to, you know, like I said, it's almost like this internal battle, Leo, that you're having with yourself. These fives, I'm feeling it's your energies, that like it's an internal conflict struggle of something that that's taken a while for you to get through, and like you're the one that's left yourself out in the cold, you know, because you're the one kind of ignoring opportunities that's been closed off, that's been in these five energies of Five of Swords, Five of Cups, Five of Wands, you know, this combative-ish energy of feeling a little depressed, feeling a little alone. You know, you've got some, you know, even the Five of Pentacles, you have all the fives on the table. But know that, you know, five is usually minor hiccups or minor change. Like it's almost that like things are going to change, because, you know, whenever we're in the, you know, like it hit rock bottom, you know, things can only go up, you know, things are going to swing up, you know, we always have ups and downs. And so, but like I said, I'm really picking up, Leo, this is an internal conflict you're having with yourself about something. There's something here that you're, you know, that's definitely hidden to you, that you're not sure. And even with this judgment, I feel like that judgment, you're bringing it down on yourself. You're being hard on yourself, and you're the one that is keeping and holding yourself back from any new opportunities. You are your own worst enemy, Leo, because you're doubting yourself. Okay, so I have, for the advice for you, Leo, is the Fool, the Eight of Wands, and the Chariot. So for the universe, this is telling me, you know, to go out there and stop all of this, you know, that start, you know, be that fool, you know, take a chance. That's what, you know, Leos are usually good for, being, you know, passionate and fiery and you know, wanting to start things. So it's kind of like you need to, you know, start opening those lines of communication, moving toward things, you know, be that fool. You know, you have, I think the universe is really trying to say, you've been closing yourself off too long. You've been holding back and closing yourself off too long, that you need to get out there, start communicating, start moving toward things, start you know, really taking those chances of these opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. You know, you have the Ace of Wands, you have with the Seven of Cups. So you have these opportunities and new starts that want to happen, but you've been so closed off to them. And so the universe is saying, you need, I'm literally, Leo, I'm giving you these opportunities and you're ignoring them. You're blowing them off. You need to you know, start opening yourself up and communicating and moving toward these opportunities. Take advantage of these opportunities. You know, get out of this mess that you're in, you know, this inner conflict that you're having, and move towards something, and things will change for you, you know, instead of continuously beating yourself up, so to speak. So that's what I have for Leo. Okay, so now we're done with Leo. We have Virgo next. Yeah, Virgo. On to Virgo. Virgo, what is it you need to know right now? What it is. What does Virgo need to know right now, please, universe? What do they need to know right now? Okay. So it looks like we're having some escalation. So we go from Five of Swords to the Six of Swords. Something that causes you some issues has got you needing to get up your strength to move away towards something new, that wanting your stability, because this has been a burden for sure. Yeah, caused conflict. You're just wanting to move toward your happiness, your Ten of Cups. Yeah. Okay. So Virgo, I see something here has been, you know, you're wanting to call judgment on a situation, move away from something that's been a burden to you. There's something definitely that has been a burden to you, and you're wanting to move away and find stability. You're wanting to get out of conflict. You're having to get your strength up to do this, though, because it's something that's not easy for you to do, to have this new beginning that you're seeking. You're having to get your strength up to have this new stable beginning that you're wanting, so that'll lead to your happiness. And you're holding back a little bit on that. You're, like I said, because I see you needing to get your strength up, and it's holding you back a little bit because you haven't quite got the strength, overcome, kind of that determination that you need to get to move in the direction. I see you I see you're getting there. Like, you're about ready. You're, like, the minute you decide this is done, it's done. Like, once you get the strength up to call judgment on this, like, once you get the strength up to say this is done, then you can start somewhere else, that's gonna somewhere else that might lead to your 10 of Pentacles. But you do have some fear, and your fear is this being alone. You have a little bit of fear about being alone. And that you're going to have to go through this period of being alone. If you leave this situation, you're going to be alone for a minute, potentially. And that's causing you that little bit of fear of having to get your strength up to say, I need to just start over. I'm going to have to start over. And there's that fear of leaving the comfort zone, of leaving what you know to go into the unknown, so to speak. That, that's what I feel like this is kind of you feeling, that this is what you're going to feel like if you leave this situation, which has got you in that little bit of needing to get the strength up to have a new beginning, to move away from this situation that you're in, the current situation you're in. So what's the advice, please, for Virgo? So this is interesting. I have the Empress, the Lovers, and the King of Pentacles. So, this is everything that you could ask for in a person, and I see that tying back to this 10 of Cups. So the universe is saying that, what I'm feeling, the advice is that you need to just have that new beginning. When you have that new beginning, when you get up the confidence that you need to, and this can be, the confidence, the new beginning. I mean, this could be moving away from a way of thinking too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be moving away from a way of thinking that is holding you back and keeping you in these pain, like feeling out in the cold, and this burden that you're feeling, the stress that you're feeling could be because of a way, a way of thinking that you have that you need to release, to have this new beginning, because you do have the opportunity to have this person that you're looking for, this lover that embodies this Empress and King of Pentacles quality, this kind of energy. It's there. But it's in this new beginning. It's tied to this new beginning. Your 10 of Cups, it's tied to that new beginning. And whether that be, like I said, leaving a situation and moving somewhere else to get that new beginning, or releasing a way of thinking to have a new beginning with the current person you're with, that's up to you to determine and figure out. But you definitely can have what you're looking for if you have that new beginning, like I said. But it requires that new beginning to happen. And however, like I said, whether that's you changing your way of thinking or leaving a situation altogether to have a complete new beginning with someone else. And everybody's situation is different. So, take it as what feels right for you, in your situation, because we all make our own decisions and we have free will. So you do what feels right based on your intuition that's right for you, because you know what's best for you. Everyone, you know, deep down, we all know what is best for us, and we just have to use our intuition to make the decisions that we want to make. So now we're going to go on to Libra. What does Libra need to know, please? What does Libra need to know, please? What's the story? What kind of picture are we painting for Libra? Another card that popped up in reverse off, but it's the Nine of Pentacles in reverse this time. So, Libra, it looks like you tried to come together with someone, but it didn't work out quite in the way that you wanted it to. And I see you moving away to find your happiness and potentially giving your love to something or someone else. I really see, honestly, I see this as almost focusing on work or time. You know, I definitely see a lot of times past. You were patient in this matter. Like I said, you wanted to try and bring something together with someone, Libra, but they're just, you tried to give to a situation that you thought was going to be your happiness, but realized that you ended up basically turning your back and walking away from this situation, moving toward something else, or deciding to move in a different direction. But it looks like maybe not necessarily towards someone in specific, but looking like you're focusing, you know, like sunk your time into focusing on working on your wealth, your money. But it's not, I don't see it as yourself. Not you're not working on yourself, because we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and I kind of feel that is not like is not working on yourself, but like looking at working on things external to you that is pentacle based, like, because we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. So definitely wanting to invest in something that is material, money, making coin, you know, your work, you know, putting that energy that you know, when you tried to give to something else that didn't give you the happiness you wanted, you walked away and started focusing on work, career, something like that. So that's what I get. So that's the story they wanted to tell. So if that's you, let's see if we can get some advice. Definitely reminiscing on this situation. We get some advice for Libra on this situation that they tried to give to, that they felt they had to walk away from, please. One more card, please. Okay. So I have the Six of Cups, the Hermit, and the Five of Cups. So this is almost this recluse, you know, like I said, almost kind of, you know, Five of Cups is usually focusing on the spilt cups, you know, which I almost get with that Six of Cups, that kind of looking back at things, you know, thinking about what happened and what transpired, and feeling down about it, which is why, you know, you're just kind of closed off in this kind of hermit energy a little bit, and just focusing on your work. So, but I feel, that, with that Hermit card, I think, the advice is kind of, saying, hey, don't forget there's these two cups back here that are standing. All's not lost. Don't give up hope. Yeah, you're sinking your time and energy into your work to kind of ignored what happened, but you might need to go within a little bit and look at what happened in the past, and see that you didn't lose all your cups, that it's not a lost cause, that everything isn't a lost cause. I really feel like that's the advice the universe wanted to give, is that, don't give up hope. Yeah, it's okay to take a little break to focus on your pinnacles while, but you need to realize that everything's not lost, that there's still maybe something there worth looking at, worth looking back at and examining a little bit, Libra. That's what I think the advice was wanting to say. Okay, so Scorpio is next, so let's do Scorpio. Universe, what does Scorpio need to know right now, please? What does Scorpio need to know right now, please? Can you please let us know what Scorpio needs to know? Can you give us a little story of what Scorpio needs to know right now for this, maybe this coming week? That's what we're really I do these weekly, so it's kind of what the energy is right now. This is for Scorpio. Okay. Okay, I got for you, Scorpio, I got something that you thought was going to be your stability, that you thought was stable for you, Scorpio. You thought it was a stable household, stable, you were stable. Things were stable in your life. You thought you had stability, but you had to walk something. For some reason, you felt you had to leave that sense of stability behind. You had to leave that because I feel like that stability came with some kind of false kind of this, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it wasn't a grounded stability. It was like it came at like it was almost like fake, like a fake or false stability, because you saw that it had the potential. It wasn't built on a solid foundation. That stability that you had wasn't built on a solid foundation, because I see that with the tower, that it was like you were sitting in this place of comfort and stability, but you realized it was not built on a solid foundation, that it could come crumbling down at any moment, that it was like this temporary success, temporary stability, and when you realize that, you realized, you being, you got in with this Hierophant, you realized it was that aha moment of, this stability is not going to last forever because it's not built on something solid, Scorpio. And that when you realize that foundation wasn't a stable, stable beginning or stable foundation, you walked away and moved yourself away from that situation and decided to take time to really do some reflection, some introspection, some reflection and study. I almost feel like you moving toward like kind of researching and studying, maybe even going back to school or doing something different, doing something. I almost feel like, even though there's not really pentacles per se on the only card on the table that's pentacle base is the King of Pentacles. The rest aren't. So, I mean, I really do feel like this is a lifetime thing. Like I said, I feel like it's like maybe realizing you need to change careers or change your lifestyle or something like that. That's what I'm really picking up on, is like moving away from one way of being toward another way of being, whether that be like, because I see with the Seven of Page, I feel that, like wanting to take the time to like learn something new, learning something new, researching something, like whether it be, going back to school or something like that, to maybe have a new beginning because you realized the way you were living wasn't built on a solid foundation, Scorpio. And then once you figure out, like what direction you want to head, because you're taking the time to figure that out, that you're going to move toward that, move toward that Knight of Swords with, with some honest communication toward something that is going to bring you, not something that is real stability, not this false stability that you felt you were sitting in. Okay. So the advice I have from the universe is the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. So definitely communicating your truth, what you want, and that Queen of Pentacles is that, that stability, of nurturing something, of that abundance, kind of that growing something that is fruitful, that, that comes, that abundance, because she takes care of her garden, she is, kind of embodies that kind of in business person, entrepreneur, kind of energy. And so it definitely is talking about that stability, that real stability of being abundant, abundant in the like materialistically or monetarily, like what we have, that, like I said, finding that thing that is going to give you your real stability, because but it's going to definitely take communicating with other people, getting out there and talking with other people and telling people your truth, what it is you desire, being truthful and having that clarity and truth of what you want, which is what I feel like you're doing. You're kind of taking that moment to figure out, to study and figure out what it is that's going to bring you that stability. But once you know what that is, sharing that with other people, sharing that Three of Cups, sharing that truth and clarity of what you want, desired to be your stability with other people, and in the process it'll grow into this Queen of Pentacles. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. So let's see, Scorpio and Sagittarius. Sagittarius next. On to Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know? See a lot of people that are wanting, you know, like the stability, like, or strong new starts, places, you know, that are based in stability. I see that Ace of Pentacles just keeps coming up, you know, like wanting this, you know, something that's going to stick around, you know, like wanting to find that thing that's going to be like there, you know, wanting to have something that's going to last. Okay, what does Sagittarius need to know, please? Can you, let's paint the story for them of what they need to know, please. Okay. Okay. Another card that, it's interesting when these cards just come in reverse when they shouldn't be reversed. Okay. This is the first time I've had a lot of reversals just pop out of the blue. So, I definitely see you, Sagittarius, wanting to move toward, I feel that the Hermit card is the only card that came in reverse, so I feel like you're out, you know, you're definitely out of that Hermit mode, and everything else in the cards around it, you know, basically says, you know, reflects that, because I see you moving toward your stability, wanting to have a new start of something, wanting to find, you know, wanting to get, you've got the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Empress here, so wanting to get in this place of, you know, the King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, you know, very stable, independent place. You know, the Empress embodies all the queens. She has everything, you know, she's powerful in her own right and can, you know, do about whatever she wants, and she stands in her power and knows that. And I see you, Sagittarius, moving toward that, wanting to embrace that type of energy. But it is taking you a little bit of strength to do that, a little bit. I don't feel like a lot, I mean, I don't feel like this is like fears or needing a lot of strength. I just feel a little bit of strength to move toward what you're wanting, you know, what you're wanting, you know, standing on this precipice, you know, looking out at your horizon of what's out there, you know, what's out there, you know, wanting to move toward that, but being, you know, being discerning about it, you know, like I really feel, Sagittarius, that the energies you're in mostly are really good, as long as you don't worry about it, you know, because I see there's like the only card you have that's like maybe a little bit negative is this Nine of Swords, and I see this is worry. I feel this is like maybe worrying whether you're doing the right thing or not, you know, like, but you got this, Sagittarius. From what I'm seeing, you know, you've got this. You know, I see that you're you know, you're wanting to slowly move toward a new stable beginning, you know. You're wanting to slowly move toward that, and you're doing it, you know, like you're looking at, like being a little bit like critical, but I see this as like really examining your prospects and where, examining from a place of truth and clarity what you want to slowly move toward. And, you're standing on this, wanting to have this movement, towards something, standing out, looking at your horizons. And even the Queen of Swords is kind of looking out on the horizon. She's looking out over the sea, just the same as this Three of Wands is looking out, over on the horizon. She's just doing it from a place of a little more, like, I've got the wisdom and the knowledge to, I know the truth. I speak the truth, know the truth. I'm going to, I know what's best for me kind of energy. So I know I'm going to take my time and move toward this slowly, but you have the tendency occasionally to start worrying whether you're doing the right thing. And you have that's kind of that, that kind of little bit of shade, that you have this confidence, and I see the confidence, but occasionally you worry. And I think that's that strength, when you start worrying about whether you're doing the right thing or not, that's where you need that strength to move forward, that little bit of strength, because you kind of like have a little bit of worry about it, whether you're doing the right thing or not. That's what I'm really feeling for you, Sagittarius, is the message that wants to come through. So just be cautious about getting in that, when you're in that energy of worrying about it. Because we got the strength again. So it's telling you, yeah. So you got the strength with the Eight of Pentacles and the Devil. So, the Eight of Pentacles can, be that card. Definitely it's that card of learning something, gaining knowledge, working on something. But you've got, I see this Devil tied to, that worry, that needing to, like, sometimes you worry. And so it's saying it's okay. You can work on work on what you want. Just be very cautious of that energy that you tend to get in. You've got this, you've got the strength, you've got the ability to do this. Just, just use your strength and work toward it, and stay out of this energy, stay out of this Nine of Swords, this kind of worrying energy that you tend to get yourself in occasionally, Sagittarius. Okay, I think Capricorn is next. Okay, Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn, please? What do we have for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know? Can you give me a story? What's the story we're painting of what Capricorn needs to know? Two of Swords, kind of ignoring something, got our blinders on. Needing to make a decision, but turning a blind eye to it, so to speak. Not wanting to look at the truth of a situation. Okay, well, we got the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So, okay, so what I'm getting for you, Capricorn, is that you're not wanting to see the truth of a situation because it's something that you wanted. Okay, this is a situation, something that you wanted, but a new cycle is beginning. Something's ended and a new cycle is beginning for you, Capricorn. Because this old cycle, put you in this Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles energy. This left you out. Like, you tried to work with this person. You tried to work with this person, and but this person was a bit in and out. It was that, like, you tried to work with them, but you, like I said, you're sitting in this Two of Swords right now of indecision, not wanting to see the truth of the matter. Like, and I even see this, this is you, this King of Swords, with the Four of Pentacles of wanting to cut out anything that doesn't serve you, and keeping your cards to your chest, so I think the real message is that, you're, like I said, you're kind of, you've got that blindfold on of not wanting to see the truth that this person actually causes you pain. You thought it was something you wanted. You thought that this was going to be your Ten of Cups, but it wasn't. This has actually been causing you pain. And that you need to cut this person, potentially cut this person out. That it says that the wheel, that the world, that a new cycle needs to begin. That a new cycle needs to begin. That you need to start a new cycle, because this is not what you were wanting. It put you in this Ten of Swords, is painful, where you're kind of holding back energy, and potentially, ready to cut people out. But you're not wanting to take action. You're, like I said, ignoring the truth of the situation. You're not wanting to make that decision that that you need to make. Oh, that's what I get for not shuffling the cards. Put those on top. From Sagittarius. Yeah, it says for your stability, you need to have a passionate, you need to basically become the Fool, kind of stand in this King of Wand, take action, be the Fool. If you want to have, that stability, that Four of Wands, if you want to have that, thing that you were looking for, that you thought this was, because even, what you don't see coming is the Ten of Pentacles. But the Ten of Pentacles, it's saying it's not going, that's not going to come unless you make this decision and become the Fool and take, this new beginning of the world, embrace that new beginning and be the Fool and have, stand in this King of Wands energy, this fiery, passionate energy, to go after your stability, to go after the happily ever after, your happily ever after. But it's saying that this potentially isn't, you may have to cut this person out, but that's for you to figure out. But you do need to make a decision. It's the advice here is kind of telling you do need to make a decision. You need to be this Fool. You need to take a leap of faith and stop turning your back to the truth. Stop turning your back to the truth of the situation. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Okay, we have Aquarius is next. Aquarius, and then finally we'll be moving on to Pisces and wrap this up. So Aquarius, what what does the universe, what does Aquarius need to know right now, please? What does Aquarius need to know? Can you paint us a story? Paint us a picture, tell us a little story about what Aquarius needs to know right now, universe. Okay. This looks like Aquarius. This looks like it has to do with a person, probably a love situation, potential soulmate, or a very strong connection anyway. And so right off the bat, I see you I see you wanting judgment. Like you you're standing in your power a little bit. I mean, like you're wanting answers. You're wanting answers. Because there's things that are hidden from you, Aquarius. You're wanting answers and to bring justice. But you're contemplating moving towards something else. I don't see you necessarily moving, taking action completely towards something else. I see you you have the Knight of Pentacles slowly. You got the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands, so that escalation of what, like thinking about moving towards something, slowly, very slowly. But there's a lot of unknowns, and because there are these unknowns, you have the Five of Swords, Ten of Swords, and Nine of Swords. So all these swords, all these up in your head, like pain up in your head, just you're sitting in this energy. Because there's unknown things about the situation, Aquarius. And so I think that's why you're looking at maybe moving towards something else, and maybe potentially away from the soulmate. Because I see you, like whether you're not sure whether you want to go or not, kind of on that precipice of thinking about moving slowly somewhere else, but not really completely there. Okay, so what's the advice for Aquarius, please? What's the advice for Aquarius, please? Okay. I have the Star, the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. And so it's interesting because this Two of Pentacles has a rainbow between it. So, it's like the Star it can be that almost wishing on a rainbow, but a little bit of, I see this as getting almost like that getting in your head, because we've got all these swords that, of kind of that caution, like wanting to have it all kind of have your cake and eat it too, so to speak, Aquarius. Because I see that with, twos usually are, around making a decision, or, even Two of Pentacles is usually like that, like trying to bring something like into balance maybe a little bit. But I was really drawn to that rainbow. So it's like, shooting for the stars, the rainbow, over the rainbow, like kind of wanting your cake and eating it too, wanting it all. But, you have to be cautious, that because it's interesting with this Five of Swords, he's like almost defending himself, like he's holding all those swords, like kind of protecting them, and using one sword to kind of like, don't come near me, I just want to do things my way, kind of my way or the highway sort of energy, and he's even got, he's got his back turned to, these people in the distance, that, there's this horse behind him and this person that's down on the ground, and it's like, it's like, I'm just going to do this my way, and I think it's saying to be cautious of that, if you're moving towards something, and I don't see that this energy is necessarily bad, like of wanting to, bring things together, wanting to have your happy, this, find your wish fulfillment, find something that's going to encompass everything for you, where you can bring things into balance, almost like, I feel like, you want this situation to be in a happy place, to end on a happy note, but also be able to start something new on a happy note, kind of that, want your cake, eat it too. You want everything to be good, wanting everything to be good, but it's kind of like that, you have to be a little bit cautious, with that kind of, I want it my way, I want my everything, I want it my way. Be cautious about getting in that energy, Aquarius. That's what I have for you. So then we're going to go ahead and move on to our final sign, to Pisces, and get this reading wrapped up. So universe, wrapping it up here. What do you have? What does Pisces need to know? What do they need to know right now, please? What does Pisces need to know? What is their story? Let's paint a little story, paint a little picture. A lot of people are up in there. A lot of people are having those sleepless nights. Oh, this is a burden. It looks like Pisces, something that was important to you, very important to you. Okay. It looks like at one point, Pisces, you were standing in Empress mode. You were in Empress mode. You were standing in your power, and you even had a lot of independence. You were independent, standing in your power, doing your own thing, moving toward things that was your Ten of Pentacles that made you happy. But then something happened, and I don't get what that is. Something happened that you went into hermit mode, because something got you, where you were having sleepless nights, and this Ten of Wands, this burden became a burden. Something became a burden to you and caused you sleepless nights. And made you feel a little out in the cold, a little alone, a little abandoned. And you started holding back, shutting off, going into this hermit energy, feeling like you had to close off to somebody or something, someone, something, because you felt that there was a sense of injustice, that you had to skip out, that you had to run off and like I said, kind of hold back and put yourself in this hermit mode, and almost felt like you had to cut yourself off from someone or something because there was a situation that was unjust, that got you out of this really good energy you were in to start this reading. You were in this really good energy, Pisces. So, from the universe, I have the Page of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. So the same cards, two of the same cards want to come back out that came out for Aquarius in the advice. But this time it's coupled with the Page of Cups. So I feel like this is making a grounded decision on whatever, avoiding conflict, make a decision that is moving toward love versus conflict. That's what I see, because you have the Two of Pentacles, which is making a grounded decision between two things, sitting between the Page of Cups and the Five of Swords. So I see that as if you're going to make this choice, this smart, grounded decision, make it, you can make it from a place of conflict or make it from a place of love. And I'm feeling like the universe is saying, those are your options, but, you want to make a decision because like I said, I feel like you want to cut someone off because there's been some injustice. So I see, maybe you want to, this Page of Cups can almost be an apology, feeling like you're owed an apology. And so, and definitely if you were in this really good energy at the beginning, I could see with the pain and burden and everything and the injustice feeling that's on your cards here, where you could probably feel like you're owed an apology from someone. And like that, you want to cut them out because maybe they haven't given you the apology that you want. But it's, the universe is saying, be careful on how you approach this decision. Whether are you going to approach it from a place of love or a place of combativeness. So I think that's the messages that wanted to come through for this week, for this What Do You Need to Know Right Now. So if you like these messages, please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. And I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are in the world. And I hope you catch me on the next one. And if you, like I said, if you like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you all have a great day. Joy, love, and light. See you on the next one.